What's up, guys? Powerbang here. It is time to do a little learning on this episode of It Should Have Been 3. So what I want to do with this episode is look at a particular player and his 2 attacks this past war. We're going to look at Yo's attacks, and first we're going to look at an attack that did not go as we would have hoped. So as you can see, he pulled a 99% 2-star. Obviously, those are painful on their number 5 base. So let's go ahead and watch this raid and see what happens. So he brings a GoLoWiWi, which is basically golems, wizards, witches, and then back-end balloons to take care of the back half of the base's defenses. So he opts not to go with the lure here, preferring to tank with the golems, overwhelm it with the wizards and witches, creates his funnel here, and then gets his witches and heroes going straight up the gut, and then drops a whole bunch of wall breakers to help get those into the core, and then jumps not only into the core, but all of the side compartments here as well. So he's got a golem going up the left side. He's got one P.E.K.K.A that was dropped out of his clan castle, max level P.E.K.K.A, to just basically give this attack a little bit of extra thump. Rolling through the base, one shot in buildings and whatnot. And that P.E.K.K.A goes into the core. And you'll see after this enemy Barb King goes down, that town hall is toast. So basically gets one-shotted. Coming right through the base here, has a heal spell for late in the raid to help keep everything going, keep his heroes up. And then here comes some balloons in on the back side to take out some of these defenses, both the bottom and the top. He's still got some tanking left. Heroes are taking out these last few defenses here. I'm going to go ahead and speed it up at this point. And kind of shoot through the rest of this raid here. Golem trips a double giant bomb there. Queen's doing work. He's got witches, wizards, whole pack of skellies working through the bottom half of this base. It's just kind of moving its way around. Golem was tanking up until the very end here. We'll put it on single speed here to watch the end of this raid. Queen's working on some walls, as she's prone to do. No big deal. So the wizards go ahead and take care of this cannon. And skeletons are approaching this Tesla. Can't get quite enough damage. The wizard here is wound up, and that shot does not count. So 99%. So where do we go wrong on this raid? Let's highlight what exactly happened here. So let's fast forward this basically to the end of the raid, because the front half was great. Drops his golems, targets a few defenses, a little surprise Tesla, no big deal. Creates the funnel with his wizards, gets in with the wall breakers, takes out the clan castle troops. Excellent use of the jump spell. Opens up quite a few compartments there. And then, has a good funnel, gets his P.E.K.K.A, witches, and heroes into the center of the base. And we're going to buzz right on up to the middle of this raid. Okay, so as these guys are working through the base, the goal here is to have, I'm going to pause it, the goal here is to have your witches, wizards, golems, and heroes work up to and through the core. So they're going to be basically responsible for all of this area. The back end balloons are going to be dropped like it sounds on the back end, and the goal is to target these last few defenses when the bulk of your attack gets hung up on walls. So as your kill squad and the main tanks of this raid start beating these walls here after they've used their jump spells, and they're having a hard time getting to these last few defenses, this is where the balloons come in handy. The key to this raid is if you check out the air defense positions here, here, and here, all of these air defenses have to die or be very, very close to dead before you deploy your balloons. The reason for that, obviously, is your balloons will go in and get shot down. What happens here is Yo deploys his balloons on this side of the base before these 2 air defenses are down, and while he is able to get the archer tower, and then I believe one of these buildings here, he immediately gets his balloons shot down. Now, if he would have waited just a couple seconds, you'll notice that his queen and king first take out this air defense, and then after, before too long, they work their way up here and work on this last air defense. So rather than deploying his back end loons here, what he could have done is targeted them like this and then waited just a couple seconds, and then as they take out this air defense, the balloons are already moving into the base. They take out, the remaining defenses over here, and then everything kind of works this way, and there's more of them to kill, and they're in a larger group, so it's not going to be as easy to take them out as they take out the last few defenses here. So let's turn off the drawing board here, and let's watch as the raid comes to its conclusion here. So let's pay attention to the balloons when they're dropped. You'll notice on the left side the golems work down, and they're taking on that third air defense here. The wizards shoot it, it's down. So at this point, all he has left are the 2 air defenses. They still have a little bit of work to do, and he's already got his balloons coming in on the right side. Now his queen is still, engaged up in the core. She's over here and firing in this direction at the mortar, and then his P.E.K.K.A.s have not yet crashed through this wall. A more appropriate time to send in these balloons. Now it seems very minuscule and nitpicky, but it really makes the difference here. So if we continue to roll here comes 2 balloons. Now watch the air defense here. Right now, it's already sending in, missiles onto the, balloons. So that defense goes down, but it's enough to wipe out 1 balloon. And then you'll notice as it moves into this next one, more, air defense fire coming in. So incoming fire from the air defenses, those go down. Now look at the other side of the base. Look at these balloons here. Now they are untouched. They're just, rolling through the bases, and, they're not going down. So they could have had free reign to take out all those defenses over there, and that last air defense is going to take them out. So rather than have, 4 balloons plus tanks plus your heroes working for that last cannon and Tesla, it just wasn't able to get it done. So what does a raid look like that, is timed properly? Let's look at Yo's first attack. Now the cool thing is that he used the same army composition for multiple raids, and the first one he timed properly, and he was able to get the 3-star, and you'll see what I'm talking about in this raid. So wanted to give him a chance to redeem himself here. Drops the 3 golems here. This is a great base for the GoWiWi strategy. You just need a little something on that back end to ensure the 3 stars. So good spread here on the golems. Creates his funnel. Gets his heroes, witches, all that good stuff going in. The jump spell goes down. He's taking care of the clan castle here with he's tanking it with a golem, and then the wizards here along with his archer queen and barb king are going to come over and help clean that clan castle up. So once that's all taken care of, in come the P.E.K.K.A. and a few extra wall breakers to get him into the core here. He's going to take the jump spell. Now I'm going to pause it right here, and let's look for the air defenses. Now this base, the air defense positioning sucks, but this is how we laid out the air defenses. Now all we need to do is make sure that more or less only this air defense is really the only one that needs to go down in order to clear out the backside for loons. Now ideally we'll get all of those air defenses down as we work through the base and then deploy the back end balloons, but the big one to focus on is this one in the core, and that kind of opens up everything on this side of that little arc. So let's watch the end of this and see his timing on the balloons. So notice the golem up in the top right is going to be tanking that second air defense here real shortly. Everything works into the core. P.E.K.K.A.'s over there. Golem working on that core air defense. That one goes down. So now he's free basically on that whole bottom right side to send in balloons. Still working, trying to take out air defenses. And it looks like the raid's slowing down, but Archer Queen is going to take out that left air defense, and you'll notice it doesn't even get off a shot. The top air defense goes down as well to the golem, and he's got a pack of 4 balloons here. Now watch it as it approaches a Tesla. It's going to fire at him, but what's one Tesla going to do to a pack of 4 balloons? The answer, you just got it, nothing. So everything else is kind of focused on his tanks. Defenses are down otherwise, so we'll speed this up. Watch these balloons come over untouched. Queen beats him to it, but the point is, timed that balloon entry perfectly. got the 3 stars. I'm not sure that he would have got it had he not gotten those balloons in there when he did, because he took out some key defenses that would otherwise have maybe smoked his queen, and that really helped him with the push. You'll notice she's at low hit points, and just a couple incoming shots from a wizard or an archer tower or a cannon would have ended his hopes of a 3-star raid. So excellent job on that raid, yo. That's a great job on the timing. Just make sure on the first one that we showed, get those air defenses down before you send in those back end loons, or at least time it a little bit better to where they're on the way as that's going down. Very, very minor mistake, very slight miscue, but at the same time it has a giant effect, and ending with 99% sucks. I know you hate it, and so do I. So good try on that one. Excellent job on both raids. 199% for the war. You to bomb, man. Anyways, hopefully you guys learned something in this raid on back end loons and how to time them. This has been another episode of It Should Have Been 3 with Powerbang. Catch you next time.